Hello everyone. I don't think I have music playing. I can't see it, I can't hear it, but it is being silly. And now I can't see comments because my thing is playing up. If you can hear music, can you please let me know, because I will attempt to turn it off. It's mucking up today. So let me know. I can't even scroll. My iPad is being silly. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those days. So let me know if you can hear music or not, because I cannot tell. I cannot tell today. I can't tell. Music was playing. Is it playing now? Because I cannot hear it on my iPad, which is really unusual. Really, really, really unusual. So hopefully this program is going to play nicely with me, because the last thing we need is music while I'm trying to talk. Good morning, everyone. It is a warm day today. I see Linda in Canada says it's freezing cold, so it is super hot here. So hopefully that music has switched off. It looked like it was playing, even though I can't hear it. So hopefully. Hello, welcome. My name is Alisa Tilsner, and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Nice and warm. I stream to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, and hopefully there's no music playing. So if somebody just wants to comment and let me know, that would be fantastic, because I can't hear any. My program is playing up. I think it was because I added a picture. I should have done it from my computer before I came in, so it was being a pain in the neck. Today we are going to play with the Sweet Citrus. No music's playing now. Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank you. We're going to play with the Sweet Citrus bundle, which is actually a hybrid. So, and hopefully I have played with it, and hopefully I can remember how to play with it. So this one consists of the stamp set, oh, my packaging is all sticking to the sticky stuff. It comes with the stamp set, the matching dies, and also an embossing folder. So that is the complete bundle. It's everything going on together, and you can actually put your dies inside the embossing folder and die cut and emboss stamped images at the same time. So it's pretty interesting. I'm not going to do that today. As you know, if this is your first time watching me, I do feel sorry for you, because I usually come with an idea in my head, but I don't really know what we're making. So it just sort of evolves as we go along, and hopefully it turns out at the end of the day. But what I'm going to do is show you firstly how to stamp and cut and emboss all at the same time. And then I'm going to do what I want to do, which isn't that. So I'm going to do a little bit of watercoloring with it today, I think. I had a picture. Where is it? I've got to go here. I am thinking that I might do a blood orange. So I have a picture here that I pinched from Pinterest last night, and I really liked the colors, and I thought I'm going to emboss it and cut it, and then I'm going to try and lay a little bit of watercolor over the top of it. So, and hopefully I can try and get that look. So that is my intentions. Good morning, Jennifer. Oh no, Jennifer says she's broken her little finger and she can't craft. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I would do in that sort of situation, because I have no helpers. So I don't know. Are you in a cast? Can you do anything at all? So that's a little bit. Oh, I should swing my camera around, right? That would be handy. You want to see what I'm creating down here, not, my face. So let me switch cameras, and there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to explain the stamp set to you for a moment. I've got bits and pieces here I've previously used. So we have got 11 stamps with this one. And this one is one whole stamp, and then this one is one whole stamp as well. And then we have the dies that will cut all of them out at the same time. And these dies also fit inside of the embossing folder like that, and it just nests in there. it just sort of grabs hold of it. So, and then you can do all sorts of fancy things. So let's have a look. So this is the first one, which is all the outside, the rind. So I'm just going to lay it down on my table. I think I've got the right size block. And just because it is photopolymer and you can actually stretch things out of the way a little bit, I'm just going to bring in a little bit closer. Hi, Hazel from the UK. Oh, good. Well, not good that you work nights, but good that you can watch in between jobs. All right, so I'm going to pick that up. So by leaving it just like let it flop on your desk, keeps it in its form, because when you go to stamp the second stamping, you want it to be lined up nicely. So I'm just going to let that sit on my table and pick it up as well. So this is only a practice run. This isn't going to be in my card. This is just like an educational bit to show you how it works. And I'm just going to use pumpkin pie just because, and I should get my stamping mat out. Okay. So we're going to just ink up first our rind. I don't think it really matters what you do. Good morning, Nicole. So we're just going to ink that up first. And I'll just put it in the middle. It doesn't really matter because this one isn't my real one. So we've got, actually I might have to bring you a little bit closer again. All right, otherwise I'm too far out of my own work zone. So we've got the full citrus. It's probably more of a lemon than an orange, but these ones you could use for oranges. And then this one comes in and, oh, I haven't even inked it up properly. It doesn't, honestly, this bit here doesn't matter. It's just for showing you what happens. Get it around the right way would be handy. And then this one sits inside, so you could have, like I'm going to do the blood orange, so you could use a darker insert if you wanted to, like if you wanted a different, you didn't have to have it all the same color, you can have it two-toned. Okay, and then oh, you know what, my machine would be handy at this point in time, wouldn't it? Let me grab that. Alrighty, need the big one for this, and because we are embossing it, we need the embossing plates. Oh, I need them. I think I will need them later on. I'll grab them. Chuck them on the floor next to me. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're going to put that one down. Now, I can find where things are. We want to have, now this can get a little bit tricky because you've sort of got to sit things in right where they belong. So I'm going to hold that up here so you guys can see, and then I'm going to put this, and this needs to go in that direction. Okay, so you're going to hold your tongue right, hold this down, and then what I normally do is I've got my thumb on the, if you guys have got an easier way to do this, feel free to let me know, but I'm just going to keep my thumb on the die holding it in place. And then I'm just going to close it, and it's a bit tricky because I'm, you know, obviously it's not right in front of me because I'm holding it up to the camera. Actually, what if I stand? That might help. So I'm still holding the die, and then I can just work that out and put it where I need to put it. So, and then let go. And then if you just need to squeeze that one just needs to come around a little bit. You can just sort of work it like that. Hold it tight, put it down, don't let go of it, and then we can just emboss as we normally would. And hopefully I've done it right. Good morning, Kylie from Perth. You guys, you can keep your hot weather. You should have kept it. I don't want it. So there we go. You can cut and emboss at the same time. So that is pretty fun. I think that's a little fun technique. But what I'm going to do is put them away. And then, of course, if you use it by itself, then you've just got the embossed paneling behind, which is pretty cool. Teresa says that she puts her die on the paper first. So die on the paper, and because then I don't know which way it goes. So she puts her die on the paper first, lines it up, and then use a Post-it note to hold it in place. Yep. So there's a couple of different ways. I think whatever works for you is probably going to be the easiest. Just have a play. So, but what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to, see if I do that one. This one's going to be easier for me because I'm not actually lining anything up. I'm just popping that down. And I'm working on shimmer paper now because I want to do a little bit of watercoloring. Okay, we'll see if this idea in my head will come out of my head. Oh. Hopefully it will come out of my head. You never know what you're going to get, right? You never know. Sometimes I wonder if there's something wrong with my brain. Okay, so I'm going to pop my pieces out, pop you away, and I don't think I'm going to use the full one. I think I'm just going to use, I might only use those three. I might not even use all three of them. We'll see how we go. And hopefully I can colour this quickly so that I'm not holding everybody up. Okay, now is it time for me to do my usual spiel? Let me put my thingy up. Whoop, not that way. Let me put my blog address up because it's time for me to do this. You will notice that I do not give instructions. Of course I give you instructions. I don't give you measurements while I am creating, and that is because the written PDF will go out in a newsletter tomorrow. So when you are done here, you can hop on over to my website, which is on the screen at the moment. Squeezing my ink pad, and you can sign up for my newsletter and you will get an instant download. These are the cards that you actually get with the cutting guide. So you can go there, or hide you, we'll bring you back, and you can sign up for the newsletter, and then every week you will get the card that we are making today. So fun. Right, let me get rid of you, go back to comments. So what I'm doing first is I'm just going to go around the rind, if I can see it, and I'm going to use pumpkin pie for this one. So I'll start off here. Now, if you are on mobile, if you are on a device and you are watching via YouTube, you can actually zoom in. You can pinch the screen and zoom in and see what I'm actually doing. So we're going to do a little bit of, we're going to try this. I don't know, I should have tried it last night before I went to bed, but I'm lazy. I thought about it, and then I thought about getting up earlier today and trying it, but I'm lazy. So I'm just trying it live. Good luck with that. Okay, so we're just going to colour in my rind. I will bring these up to the screen afterwards, but it's really easy because I can see where my outlines are because it's raised, and then I'm just going to paint straight over the top. So I'm using that picture that I showed a little bit earlier of the blood orange. So it does have a normal orange peel, rind, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just doing that normally. And then the other colours that I have chosen to go with it to make it a bit deeper when we go to do the flesh, I'm going to start off with pumpkin pie in the centre, and then I'm going to move out to Calypso Coral, and then I thought some Merry Merlot to really deepen it as we get out to the edges. I'll bring that photo up again in a second. Right, where's my rag? All right, so I will hold these up and show you what I have done. So that is it at the moment. Mind you, I've got no idea how the rest of the card is actually going to come together either. That's what you get. That's what you get when you come. So do you think Mary Merlot? Let me bring that picture up again, and so that's why I'm thinking the pumpkin pie in the center, and then Calypso Coral, and then Mary Merlot towards the edge. And then I've got that pale orange rind again. So I'm just going to get all my ink pads lined up. So hopefully those colors will be okay. It's quite pink here. I might just squeeze this one again because I'm probably going to have to work a little bit quickly as well. Oh, that didn't get me much. You can see I've got a mixture of ink pads. I've got all my original ink pads and all the way up to the newer ones as well. Okay, I think I'm going to do this one first just because it's smaller and I can have a bit of an idea of what's going on. Probably do it a little bit on the watery side too. So we want a little bit of that in the middle, and then we want to extend it out a little bit. And then we want to pick up this Mary Merlot and bring it all the way out. And probably blend it in. I don't know, this might look really bad. This might end up looking bad. All right, I want it deeper. I need deeper colors. You guys know me, I need rich colors. So let's pop a little bit more orange. A little bit more of that. So the good thing is that because I am working on shimmery card, I have got that little bit of forgiveness in the watercoloring, so I can go over it deeper and deeper. All right, here we go. I'll bring it up. Let me just go darker around this. Pumpkin pie is really light. It's not until I mean, it's not a color I use very often, but it's not until you start pulling it out again that you go, oh, all right, that's quite light. Okay. Let me bring that up. Whoop, there we go. Does it look like a blood orange? Yeah, it's pretty messy. It's a messy watercolor. All right, let's go for this one. So this one's a bit of an angled one. I need a fair bit of water down first so that I can get all the inks flowing into each other. And I'm not even dipping, I'm just going to go round. So that's pretty light. I like the darker one better. So let's go in again and get some rich colors happening. And I'm finding because of the little embossed images, the little wrinkles and stuff, the ink is settling into the little ridges in the flesh. So you need it, if you're going to do this, you need it to be watery, inky, flowing so that all the colors merge together, but you also want it rich in color. So, all right, let me just stick a little bit more around the edge. So what do you think? Am I succeeding in this or not succeeding? Is it going to be okay or not okay? There's my other. Okay, last one. I'm just going to squeeze this baby a little bit more. Let me know if you think it's rubbish. I'm more than happy to take criticisms, feedback. Hey, Becky. It looks very much like a blood orange. Oh, good. It's like, I don't know why I decide to do things live. It's like, hey, let's try this new thing. And the other thing that I'm doing is the flesh is actually in segments, but I haven't actually colored it in segments. I'll see if I can color this one in a bit more segmenty instead of that one, the way I was doing it. Those ones I've sort of looped all together. All right, Calypso Coral next. All right, and then into our Merry Merlot. Try and get all those colours to blend. Because I was thinking this morning I'm going to need to work quickly when I do it, because I don't want that harsh line between my colours. I want it to flow out nicely. And then, of course, we'll go over it one more time because I do like that rich colour. And then I'm thinking I've got, for my leaves, I have Granny Apple Green, of course, and Parakeet Party. And then for card colours, card base, I've pulled out Starry Sky and Tahitian Tide. So let me know what you think of putting those colours with these colours. All right, let's get some darker happening. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That really brings that out. Let's get some really rich Calypso Coral going on, and then some really rich Merry Merlot. Okay. Can I zoom? I cannot zoom in at all, but I will hold them up to the camera. But Becky, if you are on a device and not your laptop, you can actually pinch the screen and you can zoom in on, because you're on YouTube. YouTube allows you to do that, which is pretty cool. And you can even do that on videos that have just been uploaded regularly. So, if you go back and watch the replay, you can actually zoom in as well. Now I'm just going to go around that rind again. Got some, I should just put a drop of re-inker in there, right? To get it a bit dark. But the photo did have a light rind. We need that color Only Orange. Remember that? Who remembers Only Orange? I think that's what it was called. I think it was a lot brighter than Pumpkin Pie. Okie dokie. Yeah, that is one feature that I wish that this that they would be able to do into their streaming features, is to put in a zoom function. But there we have it. So there is my 3 blood oranges. So looking good. Now, I'll let them dry a little bit. Now, I can't get the same effect. Oops, when we get back. Oh, it was a bright family. Yeah, super bright. So doing the leaves are just a straight stamp. They don't actually have any texture in them. So I'm going to we'll put them there. I think I do 3. I'll do 3. But what I thought I might do, and I'm just playing, okay? I don't know whether this is going to work or not. You guys know me. I thought, how you get, you ink them up and you ink half up and you ink the other half up, and then you use a sponge dauber. Well, I thought I might ink up half, ink up the other half. Can you guys see? I'm just on the edge of the screen. Ink up the other half. And then I thought, what if I, because I sort of want a little bit of a watercolor look to it, right? So what if I just use my brush and I'm just tapping. I haven't squeezed any water out. I'm just tapping my colors. Let's see what that looks like. And if it doesn't look any good, then I will just restamp and do it the way I would normally do it. But because that's got a watercolored look to it, I sort of want this to have a little bit of texture in it as well. So what do you reckon? Is that, I don't mind that. come out pretty cool. And of course it'll dry a little bit differently there too. So there you go. Is that a new technique? Have I just invented a new technique? And then we'll do that again. We'll just tap my water brush. Just gently, just between the two. Brilliant, yay. I like fun things. Oh, that one turned out really well because it's going to be different every time you do it as well. It's just got a little bit of texture in it. And of course, when it dries, it's going to be a little bit different. Alrighty, whoops. Okay, a little bit more dark on there. And then tap, 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 tap. Just gives it a little bit of different texture. Cool. I like him. There we go. Now, we also have a stamp set, a stamp set. God, I can't talk today. We also have flowers in our dies and our stamps, but they're just outline ones. So I'm not going to, they're just outline flowers here, but the dies are actual flowers. And there are no flowers in that. Oh, there are leaves in here. You could always, I don't know whether I can see that properly. I'll show you this one instead. There are leaves in here that would probably, you could probably do. But I'm just going to die cut a couple of flowers, I reckon, and then just colour the insides of them. Oh, good. Yay! Isn't it fun when you just play? I'm just cleaning these off because I know me and I'm starting to stack things up over here and I know what will happen. I will get ink everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. Oh, see, I didn't even clean it off properly. Wally. All right. Let's get this happening. Now I can actually, oh no, I was going to say I can use my, yes, I can use my small one for this. I'm looking at it. Can use my small, oh, don't let me forget to show you. I've got here, I'll show you now. I've finished creating the cards for my next membership, for the tutorial in my next membership for March. And this is going to be using the Irresistible Blooms. So featuring, that one's cut from the paper, but heavily, that's a different technique as well. Featuring heavily with the watercolor resist technique because I love it. I might change the flowers up a little bit in that one, I'm not sure. And that one as well. So the membership, while I have them, there's a little sneaky peek for you. The membership, you can have until the end of the month to sign up because it's a short month. Wait, I need these. So anywhere in the world you may join. So you'll get, if you're overseas, you'll get a PDF each month containing those 6 cards and whatever theme I choose next. And you also get a YouTube video class of me making the cards. And then if you and if you're a demonstrator, you may purchase, you may teach my classes yourself as well. And if you are in Australia, you do have the option, ooh, look at that. You do have the option to purchase, I have 2 kits. One if you need the bundle, and the second one is if you already have the bundle. So if you are a hobby demonstrator and you've already got your bundle, then you just need to purchase the second one, which comes with all the cardstock cut. You get your envelopes, you get some paper and some embellishments, which are consumable, so you'll use them. Thanks, Becky. So that is what I have going on for memberships for March. I like them. Was that my head? My head going wrong. That's okay. All Alrighty, last one of these to cut out, and then I think I will cut out, actually, you know what? I think there's two leaf dies. I could have cut two out at the same time. Although with this very heavily cracked plate, I don't know that I would be game. All right, so we've got a couple of leaves, and I might do, we've got, so you've got two different sized flowers, and then you've got two of these. So if you want to do lots and lots of little flowers, you can, little orange blossoms. So I'm just going to cut out 3, and I'll probably just use the smaller ones. And I'm just going to figure out how I'm going to colour them. How will I colour them? What do orange blossoms look like? I googled what a blood orange looked like, but I didn't go and Google what. I'll keep you just in case. I think it's just the centre, isn't it? Do I just want to put a haze of colour on there? Okay, so Deborah, I have used for my blood orange, I've used pumpkin pie around the outside for the rind and at the very centre of the flesh, and then I moved out, I'll bring it up, then I moved out into Calypso Coral, and then I moved out into Merry Merlot to get a nice big blood orange. And then for my leaves, I inked up half with Granny Apple Green and half with Parakeet Party. And then I actually used my water painter and I just tapped on my stamp and then I stamped it. So you'll have to go back and watch the replay because I think I just made something new. I'm not sure. All right. These two little guys, I think we're just going to put a little hazing of pumpkin pie in the center. How about that? It's probably, blossoms are always yellow, aren't they? It's probably white with a yellow center, but we'll just do a tiny little bit, just a tiny little bit of, oh, that didn't work out well. That's okay. We just want a little bit of color so they're not starkers. I don't know whether I'll use them now or not. I don't know whether I like them. Actually, you know what? There is a tiny, tiny little stamp. Tiny, like super tiny. And I will stamp that in the middle. How about that? If I can see it. There we go. But I'm not even going to clean that. It's just going to be a wipe off. And oh, this is what I did before. I used this one. There's a little one. I stamped him and then I popped a little yellow center. So I wonder if I can just wash that out just a wee bit. There we go. Oh well, we'll tuck them behind. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, what am I going to do for the rest of my card? Haven't thought that far ahead, have I? Okay. Rightio. Oh, and sentiments. Oh, we've got, have to start thinking ahead. Enjoy the sweeter things in life. Have a zesty birthday. Thanks a bunch. And sending you a big squeeze. Oops. Just knocking that around. Okay, so I have pulled out these two colours. I have got some, ooh, look at that. I've got some of that, which is Starry Sky. And I also have some Tahitian Tide. I'm thinking I like that with it. How rich is that? I might do a white base and then I might put a layer of that down. You guys are so lucky that I have just got piles of stuff all over my floor. Okay. Rightio. I need my trimmer. Okay, so just remember instructions. I keep saying instructions. Measurements will not be given during the live, but head on over to my blog afterwards and you can sign up for my newsletter if you are not already. And then tomorrow I will be sending out the written tutorial for today's card. So you can have it both in writing and and this video to go back and look. And my measurements are in both inches and centimeters, and they will fit. They will fit both markets envelopes, because our envelopes are different sizes. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can create them and know that they will fit in your envelopes. All right. And I've also pulled out my brick and mortar. Do you think that colour? I've also pulled out my brick and mortar. Oh, yeah. Embossing folder as well, because I thought that might be good. You know what? I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. I might pull that out as a base, and then I might pull that out as a secondary. I wonder how I would go embossing this and then blending a little bit of the Starry Sky ink over the top of it. How will that look? That is the big question. While I'm talking to myself, you guys feel free to input anything that you think. I know that there is a bit of a delay, but you can go, hang on, no, that'll look like crap. Or you can go, yeah, that'll be fine. And then that. And then these guys somehow. Yeah. Nice. I think the blue, because blue is a complementary color to orange, isn't it? What do I need? I need a blending brush for starters. I think I've got a purple one. Yes. A purple one. Let's see. Because if it doesn't work, I'll just get another piece of cardstock, right? Let's have a little moment. Alrighty. Scary. I don't normally ink blend onto colour. Actually, I might not even. We'll see. Don't worry about me. Just thinking to myself, thinking out loud. All right, I have to go around in circles. Now I'm going to have trouble fading out. So, okay, lighter pressure at the top here because we just want it to fade out, and then down the bottom I can put pressure on the card down here. Yeah. Make sure you watch out for inky fingers, because you don't want to put big blobs of inkiness on the top when you're holding this card down. Okay, and again, as you come up to the top, just take the pressure off the brush, and that'll give you a nice ombre. Down the bottom, you can go heavier, put a lot of pressure on your brush. I think you can even hear it. Radio. How is that? Ooh, yeah. Put you back in purple. Alrighty. Alrighty, I need this guy back again, because I am going to do brick. I'm not going to do, I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do my brick, because I haven't played with the brick for a while. So let's have a crack at this guy. And the wind is starting to pick up. We are going to be having a hot wind today. Yay! There's nobody. Google said, oh, I missed this comment. This was a little while back. Google says white petals with a bright, oh, look at that, bright orange center. I didn't do bright orange, but I did orange. This is gonna be pretty. Ooh, look at that. I don't want to put any more layers over it now, though. I wonder if I have to. Well, I don't have to. It's my card, right? All right. Now we start our arranging. That is so pretty. Okay, and we want to pop some leaves around. I think stuff's flying around my backyard by the sounds of it. What do we got going on? And then perhaps a little flower. What does that look like? Is that okay? And now we need a sentiment. What sentiment should I use? A long one? Enjoy the sweeter things in life. Maybe I'll do have a zesty birthday. Now, thanks a bunch. Now, I did a card a little while ago. Like I said, I have played with this. This was one of my thank you PDFs. Now, let me bring up the card. This is the card I made for it. You can actually turn these guys into coconuts. So, and I thought, thanks a bunch, because you've got like a bunch of coconuts. I thought that worked out really well. So you can actually do these in, so I think I stamped in early espresso, I think. And then I just watercolored the center to make it look like the coconuts had shadow in them. So that was really fun. And then with the flowers, I tried to turn them into like frangipanis or some tropical, whoops, what am I doing? I'm going to get rid of that. So that's what I did with that. So I'm going to have a zesty birthday, which is that one there. And I think I will do it onto a scrap of, oh, I've got that. I have got some more scraps of Starry Sky. So, oh, back to my comments. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So tell me what you think. You've probably seen the coconuts before, but I think they're pretty fun. All right. Squeaky chair. Get all my embossing stuff out because you know I'm not organised. White. Okay. Ink this up upside down, not that it really matters. Okay, what sort of bling am I going to put around it? Maybe I can do some, maybe I can put a little bit of ribbon or something on there. I don't use ribbon a whole lot. Maybe I can, or just a little bow. Oh, I'm flicking stuff everywhere. This is not handy. There we go. Oh. Gosh, I am making a mess today. I'm glad you can't see real close to my desk because there's powdery stuff everywhere. All right, let's give this a heat set. Good morning, Samantha. Okay, let's cut this baby out. I was going to put extra layers on that card, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave it as is and then just pop a little bit. So it'll end up being a simple layout with a little bit more involved in the stamping and the ink blending and that type of thing. Maybe I should flick some water into it. Oh, maybe I should flick some white ink onto it. That could be fun. What do you think? Should I flick some white ink? Not that I can look at comments and cut things out at the same time. So again, if you are joining me for the first time, I haven't given measurements. There you go, I said it right this time. I haven't given measurements for the card, but you can head on over to my blog and sign up for my newsletter and you'll get a written PDF with all the measurements in it tomorrow and all the step-by-step instructions of what I have done today. And of course you can check out my membership while you're there. Have a zesty birthday. Ooh, yeah. So, okay, white ink flick. Shall I flick white ink? I could make a mess. It could be fun though. Just to add a little bit of, like I get to this point in my card and I think, what else can I add that will be fun? And quite often it's just something like not necessarily layers. I'm just going to go and get a little bit of water in my cup. I will be back in 2 seconds. Oh. And hopefully I don't trip over all of my stuff. I know those colours turned out really good. I'm really happy with that. I actually, I don't know whether I had done it when you came in. I don't think so. But I actually ink blended onto the Tahitian Tide card. It's not on white card. All right, let me get, I've got a nice pile of stuff going on over there. Okay, so I'm going to use my little paintbrush. Actually, I won't, I'll just use this and I'll just flick it onto it. And I need protection. Might be handy. All right. Okay, let's ink, squeeze our, I actually do have, I might put a drop of white re-inker in there. Because if you do it too pale, it just blends in with your card and you can't actually see the white. So you want it to be wet enough that it flicks, but not wet enough that it dissolves into your card, if you know what I mean. So you want a little bit heavier than a bit lighter than a paste. Let's see how we go with this. And then I just usually hold it and then I just tap. And you guys probably can't see that. I will hold it up to the screen. But now I have got nice white dots everywhere. Which I have also got all over my fingers now. Hooray. So I have 2 of these because you will need to rinse them out quite. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it on the screen. So just got to let it dry for a moment. I should have thought about doing it before, but you know what? I was going to say I should have thought about doing it beforehand and then setting it aside to dry, but sometimes these little ideas don't come to you until you're in the assembly stage and you're thinking, right, what else can I put? All right, so yeah, and you'll notice that, so use an old brush if you've got one of these, or a paintbrush, because you do actually get white draws up into the nib there, so you can always squeeze it through. I don't think I've got enough water in here, but you can always flush it through the barrel if you need to. So, but I usually have one set aside just for white that I want to do with this sort of thing. So, and where will I put this where I'm not going to knock it over? Away from stuff. Away. All right. So that's going to take a few moments to dry. What can I do while I am waiting for that to dry? I might grab some. I might just use rhinestones today for a little bit of sparkle. How about that? Actually, I might just heat set that a bit. Look, now I've got white everywhere. I've probably flicked it further afield than what I realize. Let me just heat set that, because the last thing you want to do is go and touch it and then smear all your white. That would be a shame. Thank you, Hazel. Just got these two bigger areas that want to do it from the other side as well, just so that we don't get some warping. I think they're a little bit wet still. A little bit wet still. All right, I'm going to do Wish Me Luck. Wish me luck. If it smudges, I guess I can always stick a. There we go. That took some of it off. Oh, it didn't take you off. You must be deep. There we go. It'll probably be covered by a citrus fruit anyway. Okay, let's start assembling. I think we've got everything. I have everything. Alrighty. Okay, so we'll just pop that down. So I had all these visions of having all these different layers, and oops, see, I've smudged down there. It's very wet still. I've smudged it in a few places. That's okay. Okay, now I want to, before I go sticking things down again, just get a rough idea of where I was. So that I can come back and, oops, here's my other one. I might stick all these down flat, and then I can pop my sentiment up on, what do you call it, dimensionals. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my adhesive just in the middle. I'm not going to go all over it. I'm just going to pop that down so that I can stick you down first, and then I can pop you down. I can tuck you underneath, and then I'll put my leaf down. Like so. And then as you get to the top images, you can sort of start to put a little bit more adhesive down. And then just these guys to come in after. Like so. And we've got these little guys. I'm going to pop them down somewhere. Close your eyes time. I'll put one down here, especially if I put you there. That way I'll get an idea of placement. And I'll put you over here. Oops, when you want to stick to that and not me. Oh, I've got white ink all over my hands. All over my hands. Which means it's probably all over my iPad screen. It's probably all over my face. Had a moment there. What am I looking for? Alrighty, we got some minis going on. They fit just perfectly. I'm going to use several of them because there's so much texture in the citrus. So I hope that you, I think we have a few hybrid sets. Well, I know we had one previously. I didn't buy it. This is my first hybrid set that I've purchased. So if you are joining in just a little bit later, this is a hybrid bundle. So the bundle actually comes with a stamp set, dies and embossing, and you can do all three at once. So you can stamp and here's my, you can stamp and emboss and cut all at the same time. That was just my little intro graphic. Okay, so there we got that, and then a little bit of bling just to finish it off for a simple card. A simple card that's got lots going on in it. That's what I'm after. Okay, let's use some of these big guys. I was going to put them in the centers of my flowers, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just sprinkle these around a little bit. And should I do three? Should I do three or should I do more? I usually only do three. Here we go. Oops. So there we have our blood orange. I think it's turned out quite well. I'm quite happy with that. I really like the colours of the background with the orange and the green. I think it's turned out quite nice. So there you go. What I had in my head sort of came out. Phew, right? Oh, there we go. Fuel, fuel, fuel. So check out the catalogue, and this one is fun. It's you know, I have lots and lots of florals, and I love florals, but sometimes it's nice to go outside the floral and have something different as well. And of course, don't forget you can turn that one into coconuts as well. I did hand cut them because it was just easier than trying to cut them out that way. So I just hand cut mine when I made them into coconuts, and they turn out to be really fun too. So there you have it. Do I need to say anything else? I don't think so. Oh, we have, I'll swing back to me while we're packing up. We have less than 2 weeks. Celebration ends on the 28th of February. So you could grab this big bundle and pick yourself up a celebration item for free as well. And of course the joining offer, which is, you know, we have got that massive joining offer, $315 worth of product to choose from, and you can add on a mini cut and emboss machine for $40 if you wish. So there you go. Okie dokie, I am going to clean up my mess. My son always has a friend around on Thursday night. They play cards in my room here, and I have to clean up my mess, and I have got a big mess to clean up. So I will start doing that. Maybe I'll leave it just before he comes. I'm hopeless. And we will see you same time next week. So have a great day and a great weekend, and we will catch you again later on. Thank you very much. See you later.